Welcome to another Elden Ring class build. Today we're going to be looking at this build that I call Star-Lined Samurai. And I'll be putting in the descriptions the specs of the build for you at the end. So the Star-Lined Samurai build. This build is all around the Star-Lined Sword. A wayward samurai who is in search of finding the truth that lies at the end of Prisoner of the Stars. So for this build we're going to look at stats. So the stats for a level 200 build for a new game plus, you'll be looking at about 50 plus on the figure. You got about 30 plus mind, 45 plus in endurance. So this build is mainly built around dexterity and intelligence. Your strength isn't too bad, you can have that as a minimum of 10. Dexterity you want about an 80, but minimum is about 43 because of the bow. Intelligence about 50. There's no spells in this build. It's mainly to do with the attribute of the sword. And faith any, and then arcane you could put about a 50, due to the blood loss from the blade. So the way this build looks comes with samurai build. So from the white reed armor set, you've got the mask, the gauntlets and the Greaves, and then I've added in the Ronin's armor as well. So mixed flask on this one, I have temporary boosted success with attack power, and attacks temporarily restore FP due to the weapons Ashen of War. Talismans, you've got your Lord of Blood talisman, which increases the attack power, blood loss in the area. Rotted Wing Sword greatly raises the attack power of successful attacks. That's what we need. Shard of Alexander purely for the skill Ashen of War for the base, and then Two-Headed Turtle Talisman for the stamina recovery due to it being a samurai sword. So we're going to look at the weapons. So the Star-Lined Sword, it's a samurai sword. You can hold it one-handed, or dual wield, the best results. The Ashen of War is pretty cool. You can do a 3-step combo. You can rinse it. Does some high level damage, and it can break poise as well. So the other thing I've got on this one is the Ansbach Longbow. This bow is pretty good. It's got a high dexterity for it. So bow itself is sort of like a hybrid for a short bow and a long bow. The skill is a spread shot. Works pretty well against enemies grouped together. Definitely do like this build. We've got no incantations. Or spells for this one. So I'll show you a little bit on how it runs in a game. I'll show you the poise aspect and elements to it. I'm going to fight some of these giants in this area. So it's draining your stamina pretty fast. Just the aspect of the sword itself, it just looks cool. The move set for it, it just feels cool using it. Gotta find one of these doggies. And dummy. Go back and fight it again, shall we? So most of the locations for the actual stuff itself is within the snowy area here for the armour. I'll have a quick look on the map for you in a second and show you where they drop. So within this area you've got Church of Repose. This is where you can find one of the pieces of armour. You can also find the white reed armour set, which is in this Spirit Cooler Cave, which you need 2 glintstone swords to open. And you get the mask from the guy who you drop the Rivers of Blood sword. The Ronin armour you get from entering the area, which roughly about here you'll find Shibari at the Summer Ruins, who has been taken over the body of Yara. You can either finish, kill him and get it, or you can finish the 3-fingered quest line and then come back and he'll give it to you itself. So if we're looking at the sword itself and where we get it from, within the DLC, while searching this coast, there's a little gapway going underneath here. You can follow it all the way through and you basically come out roughly onto the seaside on the other side. I'll show you. You get it from killing a demi-human boss in that area. There's quite a few. But once you do that, you unlock the sword. The bow is from Ansbach. You complete Leah's quest line and you choose to side with Leah's side. go around it. There's loads of demi-humans in this area, so you'd want to take the time to fight them all. Watch out for the electric things. And then you come to an opening with a big boat, and here you'll sit in the near the shoreline will be the boss. And there's quite a few enemies in this area. The bow itself, it's pretty standard bow really, just the skill itself is pretty good. Especially against larger targets like bosses and stuff, the bow is at its most use. And due to the hit factor that all arrows would hit a larger target. So yeah, that's pretty much the Starline Sword build. I will be putting all the build specs within the description of the video, so please go check that out. My next build that I'll be looking at is my Captain Erdtree, which is a Captain America inspired build. If you can drop a like or subscribe to my channel, that'd be fantastic. I really appreciate it, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Thank you very much.
Hey.